This used to be a hunting lodge for the rich and famous. It's now a Ukrainian military position on the front line. There's been more heavy fighting in this area over recent days. There's a lot of shelling that has started in the last 10 minutes. The Ukrainian military have taken us as far forward as they say is safely possible. They say rebel positions are around 400 meters in that direction. They also say that last night they came under fire by around 200 mortar shells, at least 4 tank shells as well, and of course they responded. Now both sides are blaming each other for this sudden escalation in violence, but analysts are saying that it may have a lot more to do with the new man in the White House. US President Donald Trump says he wants warmer relations with Russia. And he did not condemn Russia for its alleged role in the recent escalation of fighting here. But the Ukrainian government says Russia is to blame, taking advantage of Trump's friendlier overtures towards President Vladimir Putin. This commander was dismissive of the impact a change in US policy could have here.
We have our own president and we are waiting for decisions from him and not from his Western colleague. We don't have specific anxieties about who is in the White House.
Kremlin experts say Putin may be testing Trump's resolve on eastern Ukraine. Trump has hinted sanctions imposed on Russia for its 2014 annexation of Crimea may be lifted. Despite the evidence, Russia has always denied military involvement in eastern Ukraine. And Putin accuses Ukraine of stoking violence in order to get more support from the US and Europe.
In the previous several years, the United States were a vocal supporter of Ukraine, and there is concern in Ukraine over the change of policy, but there is also enthusiasm in Moscow about potential change of policy by the United States. We know that the Kremlin is extremely enthusiastic by the new administration. However, we didn't hear much about what the policy of the new administration on Ukraine will be.
That uncertainty means the fighting here in a conflict that has killed more than 9,700 people in the last 3 years could get even worse. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Avdiivka, eastern Ukraine.